so far today out of the games we've seen at least. This time it's not going to be the case, but we are going to have...
Secret was sniffing at first that rush as we spoke about, Tim, but once they lost the one man it was like, yeah, never mind now. Savage is in a spot of hot bother here. He's trying his best, will get it down, but is it enough? A 2 versus 3 breaking out. Mowgli's found Maya as well, a player that I mentioned we should watch out for, but Neska shuts him down and finds...
on catwalk, Mowgli manages to find Maya. That is big because as you can see now, look, the Monty can start propelling forward, can start making some progress. However, Nesk does manage to find one. 4 versus 4, continues fighting, make that another. That's 5 in the game so far. Move around here and make a bit of a nuisance of themselves. They kind of got everything in position. Beautiful, but Resets is there to cut him down.
Great
However,
play.
the Monty pushes forward. 1v2.
So beautifully executed by Secret here to force us into a 2 versus 1, but he's got to win it, but no! The Monty loses it out. Savage has gone aggressive and may well pay the price here. Instead, Noah steps across. For this team, of course, on the Monty, that's what you look to do. Here we go. Mowgli's in there. He wants this one. For a second there, I wonder what was going on, but has got a bit too keen here, has not tucked himself into safety, and may well pay the price for it. Not going to get recovered. Maya finishing him off.
4 versus 4, and it starts to crumble for Secret here as Maya manages to get another ask onto Noah. They tried that aggression, they tried to just take what was given to them, but it seems to have been a little bit of a trap. Diaz manages telling us somebody is moving on into CCTV. It's Noah.
Sit here and waste more time. Doom trying to square himself around, has the right idea, but Ness gives absolutely nothing. Finds himself yet another. He's up to 8-1, and Liquid have bullied Secret here, punished them for a poor roam clear.
It's all going against him. He did manage to land a shot, but it doesn't matter as Resets moves through to...
Let's get him going, boys. You're always missing that last step to make a brilliant bit of team play, and now he's just got the freedom to do whatever he wants, and he gets a freebie. Oh, man.
Beautiful from Nesk and Maya, and the reason that Maya's moved across to dock there as well is if they do manage to get the fire arrows onto...
They've invested everything in trying to make this happen. Look, 2 players pushing on forwards now, and sure enough, the nade into gunplay is what you want to see. But Tim, arguably they've left this one a bit late. Look at that, resets into another, a C4 in back pocket. Adrian and Noah to push on forwards here. Only got to find a couple more shots and he is toast, but he'll get away with this one and keep himself going. A C4 in back pocket, Tim. He could ruin the round here for them if they're not too careful. Up and over the top, doesn't find one. A bit of chip damage, but Noah rounds into
the counter inside of the corner of kitchen.
But they know, I'm pretty sure at this point, Tim, I was going to say they have to have him dead to right. Good work. He was aware. Bit of a demon so far in this game. Sees the man's head popping up, but they're just waiting to try and find something. But no, a classic Siege timing moment. They look away and they get punished. Maya with the trade was looking for another, but Noah's found all square and even here. Plant now going down. They've got the cover in place, ready and waiting. One more comes through. Noah onto a double in the round. Waiting for one more. Diaz, they know exactly where he is. If they wanted, they can make this plant happen again. In fact, it's already been stuck down. No problem at all. The 3 versus 1 in the post plant. This one's as well.
Potentially, if you transfer, you know, you can maintain the health on that original
shell. It's very risky to try and play that game of like maximising the 2 health bars that Generator is safe to push in towards. Got one player inside of Oil here. Ass down to a slither of HP, finished off by Savage as well. And Ness has got a great reverse shot coming back the other way. It is back and forth between the 2 teams though, and Secret hold on, stand up tall. 2 players left in Diaz and Resets here to make anything happen. But Savage, living up to his name, is absolutely shutting them out. Players here on site are able to defend the push.
Ass knows that there's one going to be challenging from into CCTV door. He's going to punish him as Mowgli does so. It was a little bit telegraphed there. Savage does manage to pick up Nesto, and once again it's every round, and that's going to manifest itself inside of logistics, which it does. He can't make any challenge at all as Maya comes around the corner with the shotgun, finds the kill, going to flip to them. Vendetta cannot get another as Savage again doing big work for Team Secret to keep them in this one. 30 seconds left to go, and surely too much to ask. With this round, it's 4 versus 1. Ask is inside, but it is a lot to ask. He manages to find one. Can he find any more? Super low health. 15 seconds left to go. Secret, they've just abandoned sight. They know that they don't need to give him opportunities. No. It's going to be Savage from underneath. Previously, with the score pass, managed to get himself a kill and get back to side. He's got to win that. Ness somehow goes in. Remember what I said about the hard breach charges as well. They've had to bring 3 operators, so they've lost a bunch of utility that they might otherwise have. With the resets, manages to get a double. Savage does pick Maya up somehow. Team Liquid are doing this, Des. They're brute forcing their way into sight.
Man, if Noah turns this around, he's a hero. Has found one more, but he's on for 4. Got to get one more at the bottom of main stairs. What? I don't see how he wins this.
Hang on a minute, he's just prevented the Monty from having too much of a direct impact. Nesk is going to have to drop here. He wants the fight with Nesk because he's on such low health, but Nesk has just like that. And just see if they can take advantage of any opportunity. He's going to have the exothermic going off, and how about that from Dios? Absolutely.
Back onto camera duty for his team here to help them try and hold on. Noah has retaken control. How has he got away with this when Nesk is the one on the rappel? Should never be able to get control of that window once it's been cleared once, but it looks like that's what they've done. Look at pull the trigger in that first push without even using a phone call from the Dokkaebi, so a little bit misaligned here, but it's just Tim.
Secret are just waiting. They know that they can just hold on, force him to play the diffuser, play for time. There you go. He will eventually.
FNAT giving away that the bottom stairs has been lost them, and here we go. There's push on 4, but the Goyo canisters go out. Zoom into 1. Asuka in the trade, but Savage will not stop today. Noah into another. It might be back and forth, Tim, but there's only 2 left on side for Liquid.
Noah's very low health at the minute. Needs to be careful of that. Also pinged out by those Grim Bees. However, Adrian is there on the cover, manages to find Maya Diaz onto the low health Noah, but 2 versus 1. Adrian and Savage holding on. Toxic Babe canisters coming out just to prevent that passage of play from happening, to prevent him.